Morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. How are we? Hope you're all well. It's come back. Good. My StreamYard had just crashed, but it's back now. If everyone did me a massive favor, please like the video. It pushes it out so more people know that we are live. So if you just like the video, that's all I ask of you. You don't have to do anything else. Just like the video. That would be very, very appreciated. If you're on replay, look down below. You'll see, put the cursor, you'll see I will have put a marker in that'll tell you when the stream goes live, so you can jump all this bit. So if you're on replay, you can jump it all by going directly to the start of court. Obviously, I can't do that right now because we're live. So I hope you're all well. Anyway, how are we? We've got Jersey Jen in the house. How are you, my darling? Yeah, please hit the like on the way in. Bad Dad's afternoon, sir. Thank you for the messages today. Always good. Lovely, Sarah P. Nice to see you back. You missed yesterday, Sarah. You definitely missed yesterday, like a sore head. But nice to see you back. Thank you, Sarah. What else we got here? There you go, Bad Dad's. I know there's a few people here. KD, how are you? Hope your nails is going well. I think you got an appointment today. Say good morning to you all. I'm going to brush through some of these. Tinsley Law, hello, sir. Looks like this case has a lot of interest, even more than the first trial. There you go. Well, that's another reason for people to like it and share this stream. Get it out there for people to watch it. And I will continue streaming it as long as the link works, you know. So maybe don't push it too far. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? I won't put your name on screen, but hello, sir. How are you? Good morning to you, Lady Di. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Right, anyone else I've missed here? Daffy Dale, hello, my darling. How are you? Not seen you for ages. Hope you're doing well, my darling. Thank you. I just thought about doing it because in the first trial we did it, and I forgot everything yesterday to do it. So I very quickly got it done. I guess I have to be nice to you this morning since you said you missed me yesterday. Well, like a sore head, I did, but you were missed. You were missed. I was wondering where you were, but as long as you're okay, that's the main thing. Anyone else that's out there, if you're new to the channel, my name is Dalan or El Chappy. Please feel free to comment in the chat. I won't be on screen for the whole time. I'm only going to be on screen until the trial starts. I've got 3 beautiful but busybody nieces to look after, so I'm going to have to go and get them from school in a little bit and then entertain them. So that's my day today, but I will be around. But as you will know, if you watched this yesterday, this stream is stream continuous without breaks or anything. You are lucky that if you're watching here, that you can pause it, you can rewind and everything. I can't do that. So please don't ask me, can you rewind that bit? I can't, because it's the way the stream is. It's just continuous live. But that doesn't mean that you can't. You guys can do that. So please feel free to pause, go away, make a coffee, come back, rewind some bits, wherever you want. You can do that. I just can't do it live. That's all. So this is the benefit of doing it for you guys. But yeah, the stream should be starting. The judge should be starting in about 8 minutes. So we've got some time. Now, you regulars are always here watching. What I am probably going to do is, on the lunch break, I'm probably going to cover the Kelsey Fitzsimmons closings, because I don't think it'll be an hour. So I'll create this separate stream for that, and I'll post a link for it later on. So there's something for you guys if you want to go and watch that during the lunch break. I want to keep this stream clean, just about Kirby. So that's why I'm not going to play on this one, but I will make another link for the other one that we can all nip out, watch that, and come back when lunch break is over. That's my plan at the minute anyway, if I can fit it in, which I think we can fit it in. Hey, CG, how are you? your AI twin. I need to redo the Streamlabs one. It doesn't fit all in one. So there you go. Oh, before I forget, if you are watching, thank you very much for the coffee I got overnight by Emily Red. Emily Red sent she bought me a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee, and she states, "Thank you for streaming this case in Kowloon City. You are the only one streaming this case, and we greatly appreciate you." Well, I streamed the first trial, and when I saw that this was there was a retrial starting, I really wanted to watch it, but I saw that there was no streams about it. But I was lucky enough to find a link that means I can do it, which is why I wanted to play it cleanly for all of you. So if people do want to watch it after the fact, then they can. So I actually stopped streaming my other trial to stream this one because no one else is streaming it. So yeah. So, and that's why I asked, please just like the stream. That's all. It does really help us out. And subscribe if you want to, but I'm not so bothered about subscribing. Liking is a lot more important. Just because, again, if streams get liked, it gets pushed out. So we need to get Kirby's story out there, get more people involved in this. I do believe this will be streamed in a couple of weeks as well on Core TV, but like the trial's over. But I think that's their new model, is to stream them and then backlog them and then launch them, which I think is stupid. Gertrude, 1968, hello, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. I'm just taking a guess that you're probably in the Mississippi area, wanting to follow this. So welcome here. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you being here. You see, everyone's nice. Good. We have got some rogues in the chat, but I think they behaved yesterday. I think yesterday we got 96 new subscribers yesterday. So yeah, well, you know, I'm happy with that. But as I say, it's all about the likes in the sense of trying to push it out. So Mississippi area, happy days. Well, welcome, Gertrude. Happy days. I won't ask your age because I can see 1968. Yeah, so I think that the chat was mainly well behaved yesterday, but well done to me. I mean, it's no bother to me. I'm just glad that we're getting this trial out there for people. Because the annoying bit is you can watch it live, but on the link I have, you can't rewind it. So if you watch it on this channel, you can watch it after court closes. So some people work, so they can't watch it live. So at least there's a stream out there if they want to go and find it. This stream, they can watch it after work, or if they're in work and they've got a meeting going on, they can pause it and restart it when they need to. So that's the benefit of doing this. So yeah, try to keep everyone happy. But I do appreciate everyone being here and everyone for their kindness and how well they did. Now, we got 70 people here, which is good. But there's only 17 likes, which is not great. That's not as good. Right, for some reason, I can't see the chat. Miss Tyrese, 2,900. For some reason, you're not popping up on my end. But good morning from Mississippi. Thank you for streaming this for us. No problems at all. You're more than welcome. The origin is I think it's from Core TV, Tinsley. So it's the pool camera. Whoever the pool camera is, that's where I got it from. So I'm just hoping they never find out and change it, because if they change it, I can't stream it, you know. So but I believe that's where it is. I think they're pre-recording this to play at a later date, which I think is mad, you know. But yeah, anyway, Mysteries, welcome to you, my darling. I'm supposed to be in North Carolina for a couple of months. It's almost a year going back in to. You're going to Mississippi in April, Daffy. There you go. Now, Mississippi, all I know about Mississippi is you've got Ole Miss and Mississippi State, is all I know. And you had the whole Lane Kiffin saga. So that's the main things I know about Mississippi. I know you got great food there as well. Oh, So there's talking in the background. Those are just production crews in the background. They go in and out of there. So yeah, as a reminder again for anyone, if you're on replay, please, you're welcome here, but please make sure that you hit the like button for the stream. Why? I don't want to refresh StreamYard. Oh, University of Southern Miss in Hattiesburg. I've heard of Hattiesburg from the film. There's a Washington film. I forget the name of the film now. Remember the Titans? And Jackson State, I've heard of because of Deion Sanders. I remember watching those when he was with Barstool, the documentaries. So actually, I lie. I know more than I lead on. Because you got the Egg Bowl for Ole Miss and Mississippi State after the day after Thanksgiving every year. So Michigan, sorry, Daffodil, Michigan. There you go. Yeah, so forgive me, my StreamYard chats I can't pull up because they're not at the same speed as what YouTube is at. So, oh well. Winter weather. College Station must be warm, Sarah P. Must be warm over there in Texas. Good old Texas. So there is movement in court. They've been there for about an hour setting up this morning. The judge said he'll be on at 9 o'clock Mississippi time, and it's 9 o'clock now. He asked the jury to be there for 9 o'clock. So I suspect they are on the way to start right now. So I'm just redoing this. Is that the one? Yes, it is. And the light. Here we go. So a judge is there, they just check if the witness is there, and then they'll bring in the jury. I'm going to boost the sound for you all. Mute you for a second, just say, hope you have a great time. Please make sure you chat the chat if you want to. And remember, I will put a marker in right now for those that want to watch on replay. See you in a little bit.
Y'all help me remember when we send these boxes back to the jury to caution them that something came out of box A, that make sure it gets back into box A anyway, okay? Or box B, so we don't get these tubs mixed and that, what kind of, not individually labeled, they're just as a group. Everybody ready? If so, it's almost starting, man. Show the jury in if they're ready. Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a good evening. And trust no one had any problem following the court instructions about the case. If you ever have any problems, let me know, okay? Everybody ready? If so, who would the state calls us next witness?
Caitlin Spence.
Caitlin Spence. Come around, Ms. Spence, face the court before and be sworn in.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to give this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
You might have to switch.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell the jury who you are?
My name is Caitlin Spence.
All right. And
Just a little bit more leaning back.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
it's right there. I see it.
uh,
Is this going to be okay?
I
There
don't
is no
see the
microphone.
microphone.
It's right here.
Just a little bit back.
Well, that goes to the TV. I don't think it goes. Does that project?
I don't know. She talked fairly loud.
I can go deeper or louder.
Did we have a microphone yesterday?
I don't think we did.
Okay. I could have sworn we had one. All right, you may have to speak up just as if you're speaking to the back of the room, I guess would be a better way to put it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, I'll do my best.
All right. Now, just a little background. You grew up in Pennsylvania,
I did.
is that right?
Yes, sir.
Whereabouts?
Brookville, Pennsylvania. We lived in northwest Pennsylvania.
You had a younger sister, Carolyn?
I did, Carolyn.
Uh,
I do.
what was the age difference between the two?
About a year, a little over a year.
All right. And then after you graduated high school, did you go to school at Mississippi State?
First, I went to Ohio and I did my undergraduate in Ohio. And then from Ohio, I moved to Mississippi.
And at first, I think you were interested in something like veterinary medicine
Yes.
or something like that.
I went to Mississippi State for veterinary medicine.
Did you finish at Mississippi State?
I did not.
All right. What did you do?
What did I do after I left Mississippi State?
Right.
I was hired by Tractor Supply, and I worked for them for about a decade, 10 years.
Okay. Now, when did you meet Kirby Carpenter?
Early 2019, 2020.
Okay. Now, in early 2019, were you working for TSC?
I was
And what was your position?
the manager at the Boonville store.
Okay. Did you live in Boonville?
I did.
Now, that Boonville store, TSC, Tractor Supply, how long had you been working there by early 2019?
I opened it. So we opened in I think the end of 2018. So it was a brand new store that we'd brought in.
Now, Kirby Carpenter, there's been testimony that he had a liquor store that he had bought or opened up in Boonville.
Yes,
Are you familiar with that?
I am. It was directly across from my store. The parking lot separated us.
All right, so after you had a long day of opening the store, you go to the liquor store and get a bottle of wine or something?
I would say, no, that's not actually how we met.
Okay.
It could have been, but it was not. He built out the store. So I actually met him and his family that way as the store manager, not in any non-professional way to start.
Okay. So after meeting him, did y'all strike up a relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we did. That's how he courted me through the store. Let's say that.
Did you know where he lived eventually?
Yes, that he lived in Ripley. Yes, I eventually learned that.
And at some point, did you move in with Kirby?
Yes, after we started dating for about 6 months.
All right. So in 2019, you moved in with Kirby Carpenter,
No,
No.
2020.
2020. Okay. Now, you were aware that Kirby had a close family? Got to know them?
Yes,
Casey, Matty Jane,
yes,
Towns.
yes.
Who in Towns was his
Son
son from
is his son.
from a prior marriage,
Prior relationship.
prior
yes.
relationship.
Yeah.
And how old was Towns in
He
2022?
I'm sorry, in 2022,
Mhm.
4.
Okay. All right. Now, at some point, were you trying to get pregnant? Did you go to a doctor or anything like that to think about maybe having a child?
Had Kirby and I decided that we're going to have a child, we mutual agreement to try for a child. Yes, that was very important to Kirby.
And when did y'all discover that y'all were expecting?
November. November of what would have been 2021.
Okay.
We announced to the family at during the holidays, so that's why whether it was November, maybe Christmas, maybe it was, I of course knew earlier. I'd say November. Let's go November.
November,
Found out early.
December, during the Thanksgiving, Christmas holiday.
Yes.
That season.
Yes.
It seems to be going by faster and faster.
It does. It just, you blink.
Yeah. Now, when was Enola born?
July 23rd, 2022.
July 3rd?
23rd.
July 23rd, 2022. All right. Now, at this time, where was your mother and father living? Jeff Spence and Karen Spence.
When Enola was born, they were in Saltville, Virginia.
Okay. Now, did yourself and Kirby talk about your mom and dad maybe coming down to help with Enola after she was born?
Yes.
Maybe your mama coming down to help with the birth, that kind of thing?
Yes, the plan was for them to come and stay a month after Enola's birth.
All right. Did they do that?
They did.
And where did they live?
While they were here,
Yes.
they lived with us. We had a big house.
And we're talking about July of 2022, right?
It would have kind of like the month of
August.
August. Yeah. The end of July into August.
All right. And from July to the end of November, did Jeff and Karen primarily stay at your and Kirby's residence in Tippah County?
They traveled back and forth, not primarily, but back and forth.
Okay.
We had a trip to Pennsylvania in that my 12 weeks of maternity leave, and they shifted really around when Towns came in.
Okay.
Towns was with us every other week, so they tried to take care of things and come back and be there. For a rambunctious 4-year-old and a newborn, that was where we needed the extra hands.
And that trip to Pennsylvania, that was in October?
Yes, October.
And that was for about a week?
Yes, yeah, a week to 10 days.
You've got family that live up in Pennsylvania?
Yes,
And you and Kirby wanted to make sure that they were able to meet.
yes, it
Enola.
was, after Enola was born, that was the sip and see baby showers for our northern family.
All right. Now, can you tell the jury about Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving dinner and how that came about?
We hosted Thanksgiving dinner at our house.
Were Jeff and Karen there?
Yes, they were.
Had they been there for a week or so
Before?
before?
I think so.
Okay. And There's been testimony about who was there, and I don't need you to name everybody, but it was family, a blending of your family and Kirby's.
Well, mom and dad were there. Mom didn't participate. She was not feeling well upstairs, but they were both at the house. My best friend here in Mississippi, Bailey Reese, and her husband came. And the family that was there was, I mean, it was Maddie and Casey, and his maternal side of the family. We didn't have any of the paternal side there. They were still very bad blood, so they were not invited.
Okay. And that would have been, is that going to be November 25th, that Thanksgiving meal? Do you know? It was on Thanksgiving Day?
Thanksgiving
That
Thursday. Yes, I couldn't
whatever
tell
it
you what the
was.
date was.
And Bailey Reese, your friend, was there,
And her husband, yes.
and her husband. And she and her husband, they have children?
No.
No, and they live in Boonville?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after Thanksgiving, just for timeline, do you know when your mom and dad, Jeff Spence and Karen, left Tippah County to go back to Saltville, Virginia?
I believe it was the 29th, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. I think it would have been the 29th.
So November the 29th, on a Tuesday. Jeff and Karen head back to Virginia, right?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Now, are you back at work at this time?
Yes, I had started back from my maternity leave mid-October.
Mid-October.
Mhm.
Is that after you came back from Pennsylvania?
Yeah, immediately after that.
And Enola, would that be, she would have been 4, 5 months?
Three,
Something
4
like that.
months. Yeah.
And did you have it worked out where you could leave Enola with Bailey in Boonville? Or would it-
Primarily, it was just with my parents to start when they were there. And I arranged my work schedule to shorten the time that I needed to have her watched. But Wednesday after my parents left would have been the 30th, would have been the first day that Bailey had her for the whole day. That she would have, it was her first time for us to have real child care.
And all right, so while Jeff and Karen were there, you would leave Enola with them when you went to work.
Mm-hmm.
And they left on November the 29th.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what time of day it was when they left on the 29th?
It was like early afternoon. I had worked half a shift at Tractor Supply that morning. So I got home after lunchtime
Say goodbye.
and said, yeah, they were packed, and we said our goodbyes and swapped baby, and they left that afternoon.
And typically you would have to get up fairly early to be at work. You had to travel some distance from the house to
At that point in my career with Tractor Supply, I was floating throughout the district, so I could need to be an hour and a half away by 7:30. Or that morning I was in Boonville, which is say 30 minutes away.
And during that time, you would leave the house before Kirby left for work?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, Was there a group message that you had with Karen and Jeff? And
Yes.
yourself?
I believe so, yes.
And y'all just exchange messages periodically?
Yes.
Okay. And if I could have this marked, is there going to be any objection?
There's not.
Just ask that it be received.
The essay.
It's going to be brief text, November 2021. All right, if you recognize that as a text, group text, with your mom and dad,
Yes.
and that was in 2021 of November. So,
Yes. Yeah, sorry, just had to find the
So-
date. November 2021, yes, sir.
about a year before November 2022.
Yes.
All right. Now, are you kind of telling Karen and Jeff about your job and difficulties with your work and thinking about different ideas of what you could do? Is that the general issue that's being discussed?
So, I mean, in this text thread, what's above it was me talking about towns, and then I start a fresh message, a couple of that's what business am I opening up, peeps.
Okay.
That's not I don't have to be stressed in my world to say that. Businesses are a passion for me, so I can't say that I was having a rough day during that time, but I did broach the subject of them for brainstorming.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And did they respond?
The next message is it says from Jeff to Karen, but that's what it's for both of us, right? In it, you'd like me to read it?
Well, Jeff Spence says,
Mm-hmm. Assassins Inc.
so you asked, what business am I opening up? And he
Yes.
says, Assassins Inc.
Correct.
All right. And that was, your message to him was at 8:27 p.m. And he responded a minute later, Assassins Inc.
Yes, sir.
All right. And your response to that was something to the effect, I wish I was badass enough to do
Right,
that.
ready and badass enough for that.
And his
Jokingly.
understood. And his response,
You just manage it. You hire the talent. The older I get, the less life in prison is a deterrent.
okay, you hire the talent, and the older I get, the less life in prison is a deterrent.
Correct.
Okay. Now back to November the 29th. You work half a day. Jeff and Karen have been taking care of Noah, right?
Correct.
November 29th, 2022.
Correct.
You get home about lunch. And I'm assuming they're, you take Noah and they're packing up the car, getting their things ready for the trip back home.
Correct.
And they leave that from the time you get there at lunch, they leave a couple hours later.
Yes.
All right. Now, you drive at the time you were driving a black Tahoe.
I had a black Suburban and a
Suburban.
black Honda Civic.
And Jeff and Karen left that day in a Cadillac.
Correct.
Okay. Now, the following day, November 30th, do you recall ever receiving any kind of call or message from Jeff Spence's phone?
No, sir.
Did you find that unusual?
Um,
Let me ask you
we
this. Did you
we
find
were
it
normally in
Let
contact.
me ask you this. Did you find it unusual enough to figure out why?
It was unusual enough for me to go to try and contact my mom. Yes.
So you wondered why you hadn't received a text or a phone call that day from Jeff Spence.
Yes.
Did you find out a reason for that?
When I was finally able to speak with them, I believe the next day, his battery was broken or dead. Something was wrong with his phone.
The
is
reason
what I
that
was
was given
told.
to you was his phone was either broken or the battery was gone.
Correct. Yes.
All right. And you had your phone with you all day on November 30th.
Yes, I worked that day, so it was near me.
You
I
had
could check in on lunch
You
breaks.
used it all day long.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, can you tell the jury about the morning of November 30th, 2022? What did you do that morning?
Just go through my morning
You
start,
woke-
my agenda for the day, if
Yeah,
you will.
Woke up, got
Okay.
out of bed.
Woke up around 4:15. I was traveling to Memphis. We had a district-wide meeting that day.
Where was Kirby when you got out of bed?
In our master bedroom asleep.
Still sleeping?
Yes.
And you got Enola ready? And your plan was to take Enola to Bailey's in
Yes.
Booneville,
Yes.
and then go to the district meeting in Collierville? Memphis?
Hotel on the east side of Memphis. I believe the first hotel we were in was Germantown, and we had to move venues. I'm not sure which one we landed in or what little suburb I was necessarily in, but we started for Germantown.
All right. Did you have any communication with Kirby before you left?
Not before I left. No, he was
You didn't
dead
say
asleep.
He was what?
He was asleep.
Okay. Did you try to say anything to him, like, bye, coffee's ready, anything like that?
No, sir. I was rolling out about, I think I left 5:10. Kirby and I had slept upstairs because Enola had the flu. And so that's where I was. How do I want to say? There was no reason for me to want to wake the bear before I walked out the door. Kirby was not an early riser, so when I went into our bedroom, it was just to get clothes and walk back out the door.
Okay. So you go to the conference at some point at the end of the day. Whenever the conference is over, you head back to Booneville, correct?
Correct.
To pick up Enola
Correct.
from Bailey's.
Correct.
And you do that
Mm-hmm.
and pick her up. At that point, did you go to Walmart after you picked Enola up from Bailey's?
I did.
All right. And what time of day is that?
I left Bailey's, I think a little after 6. And so 6:30, 6:40.
Any objection? You know, we asked this be received in evidence. It's a Walmart screenshot. November 30th. Hand you Exhibit 81. Can you identify that photo?
It's me and the baby.
Just, if you don't mind, yes or no?
Yes, sorry,
Can you
yes,
identify the photo?
yes,
And that's you and Anola
yes, sir,
in Walmart?
yes, sir.
And you see the date at the bottom right, 11/30/2022? It's a little bitty.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the 12/7/2022. So 11 up where the line is, right? 11/30/2022.
Do you see that
I do see that.
in the time?
Is that a 19?
Right,
1931?
1931?
Okay,
Does
yes.
that look like military time to you?
Oh, yes,
Military?
yes, I would assume that's military time, yes.
Did you know Kirby was in the military at one point? Did he teach you military time?
No, sir, the military was a small aspect of his life, but
Ah.
yes. So no, we didn't,
He didn't teach you
he
military
didn't
time?
coach me on military
Do you know
things, no.
military time?
I can recognize it.
All right, so it'd be like 7:30 something.
Is it 12? Yes, I guess 7:30.
7:30.
Mhm.
So is that time consistent with your recollection of you being in Walmart with Anola on November 30th, 2022?
So I mean,
Yes or no?
yes, I spent almost
That's
like an hour
consistent.
there.
Okay. Is the time consistent with your recollection?
I would
Yes or
think,
no?
yes, yeah.
All right. All right. After you left, well, let me go back. By looking at that photo, can you tell if that's when you're leaving the Walmart? Exiting Walmart?
I can't, not based on the angle, no, sir.
That's not- I'm talking about
I
I'm
think,
talking about the time in your recollection.
Oh,
About what
I'm
time
sorry,
did you
sir.
get? About what time did you get to Walmart, and how long did you spend inside Walmart? And when you left,
I
What did
had
you
about
do?
an hour in Walmart. I had some returns to do. I met a friend, went to my shopping, and by the time I left Walmart, the 7:30 would be when I was walking out.
leaving,
Yes,
and then after you left and got into your vehicle, did you stay in the parking lot?
I did. I had to nurse Enola.
Okay. And how long did that take?
About 20 minutes.
All right, and then did you do anything? Did you go anywhere else after you left Walmart?
I did. I went and picked up some Chinese for dinner at the shop catty corner to Walmart.
Okay. Now, you had sort of at the end of the day, or well, midday, you had some text messages with Kirby. You know, like at 3:08, you said, "How's your day?" and that kind of thing. That's typical.
So it was,
Yes,
yes,
yes
it
or no?
was typical, yes, to
All right.
try and check in.
Now then, at 6:37. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Go ahead, hold out.
I'm on the payroll, they pretty good, these folks can make it for
Yeah.
today, so.
Leave it up there, but
Text messages and surveillance.
all right, let's see if I can authenticate this. If I could have this mark Friday. And we can see something too.
Everybody good on the jury?
All right, we've got it marked Friday, so I'll leave it up here. Any objection to
That
this?
mark, is S82, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
S82, summary Friday only, and then we're asking that this be received in evidence.
S83, any objection to S83?
No, sir.
Text message was.
Text messages, 11:30, 22, Kate and Kirby. Okay. I'm gonna hand you Exhibit 83, and I've got it open to, let's use these dates and times as reference.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, 6:36. First of all, do you recognize this series of messages?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they between yourself and Kirby?
Yes.
Okay. Now then, at that, just for reference, there's blue bubbles and green bubbles, right?
Correct.
And then at the top on page 19, is that 98?
I think it's 98.
Okay. Of that exhibit, the very top in blue is where are you? And that's at 6:36, 11:30, 22. Is that
Correct.
correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. That where are you in blue at the top left of that exhibit, is that a message from you to Kirby?
It's from my phone number and says Kate. Yes.
Okay. So is that a text message from you to Kirby?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a response from Kirby?
Yes, he gave me the response, Geno's.
Okay. Do you know what Geno's is?
For me, it's the tire shop right outside of Boonville, headed towards Ripley.
And that would give you an idea of where it is.
Yes.
Okay. The next message you send is a question mark.
Correct.
What does that mean?
I was questioning his one-word response at whether, like, what that meant.
All right, and he responded to that?
He said, coming in from work, Kate.
Okay. And that's going to be at 6:37. He's at Geno's. Do you know about how long it takes for him to get home from Geno's?
If he's traveling home past it, then like 30 minutes.
All right. Coming in from work, does that sound like he's going home? Yes or no?
Sure, yes.
And then Kirby also sends question marks back to you. And you respond with what?
Okay, Kirby, my bad, question mark.
Okay. And then he doesn't respond to that, but you say what in next?
On the next page.
On the next page.
So the my bad was at the 6:38, and then at 7:08, I said I got caught at Walmart with that crazy dog lady from TSC. ... Do you want me to bring home Chinese? Question mark. Question mark.
Okay. All right. So the text message suggests that you're leaving Walmart at that you've already been to Walmart at 6. You're leaving Walmart, and that's going to be at what, 6:38 mark?
I'm
Yes or no?
sorry.
The text messages sound like you are leaving Walmart, and the timestamp on the text message is 6:38, correct?
No, sir. The 6:38 was the Kirby, my bad.
All right. So what's the
So
timestamp?
the first message when I said, "Do you want Chinese?" was at 7:08,
Okay.
and then I had question marks after. Babe, why aren't you answering me? I'm nurse the baby, and then ordering, be home after.
Okay.
And that was at 7:35 is when I said I'm going to order and be home after.
All right. 7:35. Now I'm just trying to compare that to the time on Exhibit 81, the 1931, leaving Walmart at 7:30.
So
Did the times?
7:30 on here would be, why aren't you answering? I'm nursing the baby and then ordering.
Okay, so that's consistent.
Yes, that
Okay.
would make sense.
I'm just trying to-
logistically to get get in the car.
So at 7:08, you send a message to Kirby. 7:08 on November the 30th, 2022. And what is that message?
I got caught at Walmart with the crazy dog lady from TSC. Do you want me ... Do you want me to bring home Chinese?
Did you get a response from Kirby?
It says unread. I didn't, and there's no green, no response.
Now at 7:08 p.m., looking back to when Kirby said he's coming in from work, just past, he said he was passing Geno's. Would he have had enough time from that 6:37 text to 7:08 to get home?
You should have, if he had, yes.
And did he, and that message for you is unread, right? Is that correct?
The last message I sent him about the Chinese is
It's-
unread.
At
Yes.
7:08 is unread.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. And then you sent him another message at 7:22. with 2 question marks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was that read?
No.
And then at 7:35, you send, babe, why aren't you answering me? I'm nursing the baby and then ordering be home after.
Unread.
Unread. Did you ever get another response from Kirby on his phone?
I did not.
Okay. Now, the next message is at 8:30. Where are you? From you to Kirby.
Yes, correct.
Would you have had enough time to leave the Chinese place and come home?
That would have been probably when I arrived home. Yes,
And when you arrived home, was Kirby's truck there?
it was.
And at that, and the home was locked,
Correct.
and you unlock the door and go in.
Correct.
Now, there's a photo of the garage that showed the condition of the garage. I'm not going to take the time to find it now, but it was sort of messy, wasn't it?
Destroyed. Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Now, when you walked, what happened when you walked in? Did you, Kirby, I'm home, anything like that?
When I arrived home, everything was darker. Security lights weren't on anything. And it was the end of November. We were very cold. I just, when I walked in and our dog Lucy was muddy, jumping all over me, had the baby, had all my stuff, got into the house, and I just, initially just did the normal things. All of the lights were off in the house, so went around and dropped the bags, dropped the, baby, turned on some lights, and I didn't see the way you enter our house goes right into our bedroom, and then you circle around to the kitchen. And then the living room. So I kind of had by the time I was unencumbered, I had a view of the whole downstairs, and there was no Kirby.
You weren't surprised that Kirby wasn't inside because the lights were off.
Everything indicated nobody was in the house.
But his truck was there in the driveway.
The silver truck was there, yes.
Did you check to see whether it was locked or not?
No, I did not check it.
Okay. And did Kirby come home that night?
He did not.
And I believe you sent messages to him, where are you, and that kind of thing.
Yes, until I put the baby to bed.
Did you
Yeah.
try to find him that night
No,
by reaching out to anybody?
not anybody else, no, just him.
And then the next day, did you hear from Kirby?
I did not.
Never did after that, did you?
No.
Okay. So the following day on actually it'd be December 1st, correct?
Correct.
You woke up that morning and went to where?
Enola had a pediatrician's appointment, and I had a doctor's appointment in Tupelo.
And were you worried about Kirby?
Not worried, no.
No?
Angry, frustrated.
At this point, you're angry and frustrated because he's not home.
Well, he was supposed to, I thought he was coming to the doctor's appointment with me, and he wasn't answering me. And I thought I thought he was out on a bender. I thought he was just ignoring me.
Yeah, out with his buddies or something.
Well,
Or
yes,
something.
yes, that most nights he did socialize most nights.
Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday.
365
single night.
any day. Not every night, obviously, or it would depend.
Most
But
nights.
he didn't have a Monday through Friday schedule.
And did you call anybody that day to say, hey, Kirby, where have you seen Kirby?
I sent a text message, like a group message to Casey, his sister, and Maddie, his mother,
On December 1st.
on December 1st that morning. I wondered if he was talking to them. He would go quiet and sullen if if things were, not peachy. And so I thought maybe that they had heard from him, and then I would, know that where he was, what was happening.
And you would describe your relationship at this point as not peachy.
We had a 4-month-old newborn. We were dealing,
Yes or no?
it was stressed. It was strained. Yes.
I mean, it was not peachy.
Not peachy that week. No, not after the 29th.
Now, you stayed in the house November 29th. You leave that morning for the doctor's appointment. Did you come back to the house that day?
Do you want on the 20? You said the 29th. Are you meaning
On the
first?
29th, you stayed in the house that night. You slept in the house.
Kirby and
November
I were at the
29th.
house that night.
You wake up the next day and go to the doctor's appointment. Did you come back to the house
On the 29th.
on the December 1st after the doctor's appointment?
Sorry, sir. On December 1st, I came back to the house. I went to Tupelo in the morning for the 2 doctor's appointments. Then I came back to Maddie's. And then around 3:34, I left Maddie's and came back to our house.
Okay.
So I was gone from the house maybe
Was Kirby's
7 to
truck,
4.
was Kirby's truck still in the same spot?
The silver truck was still in the same spot.
When you went in the house, did you say, Kirby, I'm home, or anything like that? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
He was not there.
He wasn't there, so no, he was not.
Okay. How long did you stay at the house? Did you go to sleep at the house December 1st?
December 1st, yes.
Okay. Stayed at the house.
Yes, I stayed at my home, yes.
Did you look around for Kirby?
On December 1st, no.
Okay. Then December 2nd, when you wake up at the house, Kirby hadn't come home, obviously. Did you have any communication with Maddie Jane?
I
that day?
did, and James Robert that morning.
Was she calling you, or did you call her?
I called her
And
a few times, multiple times throughout
have
the
you
morning.
have you heard from Kirby?
Mhm.
That kind of thing.
Well, yes, I had another appointment another doctor's appointment Friday morning in Tupelo. So I had a call with her, I think after that appointment, and then got home and had another call with her.
Had she heard from Kirby?
No,
Was
not
she
one.
beginning to get concerned?
Yes, we both were.
Okay, you both were. Because zero, just radio silence, zero communication.
Well, the day before, like I said, when I had talked to Casey and Maddie, it was comforting with them that this was, they had that we were in communication of being aware that we had concern, and I was sharing this with her. So then the next morning it was, yes, we were both concerned, and we were both, that was when the conversations with Maddie happened.
All right, and at some point you take a NOLA with you and walk up to the deer stand.
Yes.
Tell the jury about that.
So after we got back from Tupelo, our appointment, it was maybe just before lunchtime. I had talked with Maddie again, and I had talked with James Robert. I thought Kirby was with James Robert, and he said he wasn't with him. Then we called back with Maddie, and she hadn't heard anything yet. She was working that morning, and we were starting to discuss, sheriff's office, who else could we call? She has a much more bigger network than I do for Pine Grove and family.
Yeah.
So then,
Her being from there and you.
oh, absolutely. And I mean, you know what I'm saying on where he could have been. Then when I got home, Enola had been diagnosed with the flu, so she was much more
Let me ask you
sleepy.
this, I'm talking about when you took Enola up to the deer stand.
Yeah, when I got home from Tupelo,
Now,
I'd
we've
gone
already
into the
got you home.
house, nursed her,
Why did
had the
you
call
walk
with
up?
Maddie, and gone up.
Let me-
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't-
I'm sorry.
I want you to be responsive to the question.
Okay,
not
yes,
go
sir.
on a
I'm sorry.
narrative.
Yes, sir.
We've got you home,
hmm
you take Enola to the deer stand. Why?
Because I thought he was hiding up there, thought he was up in the deer stand.
You thought he was hiding in the deer stand.
He would do that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I thought that could be where he was avoiding me.
So you walk up to the deer stand, what time of day is this?
Lunchtime.
Now,
Same.
are you on the phone with Maddie at this time?
Not when I walked up. No.
All right, but when you walk down, were you on the phone with Maddie?
Yes. There's a point where the cell reception comes in. Our cell reception is terrible at the house.
And Maddie's concerned because she hadn't heard from Kirby, right?
Well,
Yes or
That-
no?
yes, that was the second
She
or
was
third
concerned,
time we
was she
talked.
not? Yes or no?
Well, at that point, so was I.
Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And did she say that she was gonna call the sheriff's department? Yes or
She-
no?
The
Yes
not
or no?
not when I was on the hill. No.
Okay,
That morning she had.
all right. And when you're coming down, what happens?
When I was coming down off the hill. Yes,
ma'am?
sir. Okay. The way the hill comes around, you can see our property. I got into cell reception, called Maddie to tell her that he was not at the deer stand. And then when I came around, I was on the phone with her when I saw the back part of our property, the back side of the shed. And I saw a tarp and cowboy boots.
And there's two folders, and the first day is probably in that bottom folder.
Sorry?
There's two folders right there. It may be in that bottom one. He's looking for those pictures from the first day. I think.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so looking at Exhibit 4, just to orient, you see Kirby's truck, the
I do.
garage, the way you would have been returning back to the house from the deer stand in relation to this picture would give you a view of Kirby's boots.
You could see the whole back portion of the shed and our driveway.
So your view would have been, if you're coming around the house from that path, if you would just show.
So I'm nowhere over here. That's not where the path is. The
Okay.
path is maybe 2 feet further over there is
Okay.
where
So that
like
right
if you're
here.
looking at this, yes, that would be, so you have to walk the midway down to our driveway and then go up the switchback for where the pathway is.
All right,
So
if
I
you'll-
could see over,
let's
I was
switch
over
it
on
now.
this
If you'll
side.
show that to the jury, you would have been walking this way, and that would have given you a clear vision of that aspect or angle of your house as you were returning from the deer
It would have
stand.
been that corner,
And
yes,
that-
but
and that
we're talking, yes, just
You have
very
got it.
high, yes, very high up on the hill and
you'd have been
mid
looking
driveway, yeah,
But
mid
sort of
driveway,
from this angle
yes,
to get that view.
Yes.
Correct?
yes,
And that's when you saw
correct.
the base. Does that accurately depict what you observed in, so, well, this photo maybe. I'll hand you exhibit 6. Does the image depicted in exhibit 6 substantially similar or accurately depict what you observed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And you were on the phone with Maddie Jane at the time that you saw Kirby's body?
Yes, we had, yes, the short conversation before I saw his body.
And did you immediately say, you know, that's Kirby? Did you instant recognition that
I
body
mean,
was Kirby?
yes, in my mind, well, it was wrong. It wasn't right. I knew that should not be there.
You got right to ask these to be received as the next exhibit collectively.
How many pictures you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be Kirby, Kroger. I'll show them to you. Thank you. I'm going to let you look at Exhibit 84. And I represent to you, these are images that were captured by law enforcement of Kirby at Kroger. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, and just to orient you, the date is 11/30/2022,
Mhm.
6:11 p.m.
Yes, sir.
All right. And is that consistent with the timing of when you were texting him that night? He's headed back to work. Headed back home, returning home at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah. In that time frame.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Looking at the images, the very first one, do you recognize the individual?
Yes.
Who is that?
Kirby.
And do you see what he's wearing? Do you
Yes.
recognize the clothing?
That's his, yes.
That's what
It's
he
his
wore.
style. Yeah.
That's his style.
yes,
That's what he
absolutely.
wore. And he's got jeans on and boots, right?
Correct.
And in the next image, that appears to be the same individual in that picture in the parking lot walking to his truck, correct?
Yes.
Do you recognize his truck?
Not
Not really?
not in that. I see white trucks.
Okay. And what color was his truck?
Silver.
Okay. But you can't identify his truck from that picture.
There's something behind that white truck there,
Okay.
but I can't see the front of it.
I know it's a grainy
Is it
image. It could be, I understand. I'm just seeing if you can recognize it. Does that appear to be, and it's hard to make out because of the quality of the
It looks
camera.
white again, but is it
Does that look like the same individual in the parking lot? Look at
from distance? Sure, I would. Yes.
it looks
yes,
like
sir.
the same one.
Yes.
And that looks like Kirby, right?
His jacket for sure. It looks like his jacket.
And that looks
yes.
like the same person, right?
It's not clear at all. It looks like the same color scheme on his clothing. Yes. So
Okay.
yes, sir.
And then the truck leaving, correct?
There's truck
And it's
leaving.
not that big a deal. But what I do want you to do is to notice the clothing that he has on in that image on November 30th, 2022, a little bit after 6 o'clock, compared to the clothing that Kirby had on when you discovered him on December the 2nd. Was it the same clothing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, already received into evidence is a 911 call. Did you place a 911 call?
I placed 2. Yes.
Two. They're both on the exhibit. I represented them. You've heard them.
Mm-hmm.
And from the time that you saw Kirby's body, how long was it before you made that 911 call? Do you
Just
remember?
a time to get down the hill, a few minutes.
All right. Now, at where we're going to now is, I'm sure you call Jeff and Karen to let them know what you discovered. Yes?
Yes.
And at some point, they come back, they return to Tippah County from Virginia,
Correct. Yes.
as far from your personal knowledge.
Well, yes, they arrived back in Tippah County is my knowledge. Yes, called them and they came back to me.
Okay. And you've already testified that on November 30th, you received no messages from your dad that day, no phone calls from your dad that day, right?
No, sir. Yeah, correct. Yes, sir.
All right. And then when do Jeff and Karen arrive back in Tippah County?
Saturday the 2nd.
All right. Your response was December 2nd is when they arrived.
The Saturday.
All right. And so you discovered Kirby's body on December 2nd.
Friday was the 2nd, so it would have been December
Third.
3rd, Saturday is
They-
when mom and dad came back. Yes,
So just to be clear,
Sorry.
you
Yes.
misspoke
I did. Yes,
about
I'm sorry.
when they arrived in Tippah County.
Saturday is when they arrived back in Tippah County. Yes.
All right. Friday, you discovered Kirby's body.
Yes.
And you did notify them that day that you found Kirby dead.
I was able to, yes,
And they arrived back in Tippah County on Friday.
on Saturday.
Saturday.
On Saturday,
December
yes,
3rd.
on Saturday.
December the 3rd.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. And just to be clear, to get it right, do you know exactly what time you arrived back home after picking Enola up in Boonville on November 30th, 2022?
On the 30th,
On the 30th.
8:30ish.
Okay. All right. How long, when Jeff and Karen came back to Tippah County, arriving on December the 3rd, where did they stay?
With me
Okay. Where?
at our house,
And
at my house.
if you don't mind, the address,
the
the address.
the address of our house.
Uh-huh.
It was the 601 or County Road 601.
Now, in Tippah County. Yes or
Yes.
no?
Tippah County, yes.
Okay. State of Mississippi?
Yes.
Okay. Now, were you on the title to that house?
No.
Okay. Now, they stayed with you when they arrived December 3rd. And how long did they stay there until they finally left?
After the funeral.
Okay. The funeral was December 17th.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
All right. And they left after that funeral, but it was a few days after the funeral when they left, correct?
Correct.
So December 20th, do you know that for sure?
Yes, I believe that was when it, yes.
And it's not that.
I
big a
can't
deal.
recall it, but I do know from the investigation and our facts that,
Going
yes,
over it.
yes, that
thinking
was the
about
day.
these things.
Yes,
All right. So December 20th, and they would have lived at that residence from December 3rd to December 20th.
yeah, they were with me and the baby.
All right. And when they arrived, they would have arrived in the Cadillac, right?
Correct.
And you were driving the Suburban primarily.
Yeah, when I had the baby, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Now, they never drove the Suburban back to Virginia by themselves, did they? Yes or no? Don't,
No, yeah, I mean, yes, for
that
moving,
correct?
yes.
all right. Now, when they left on December 20th, did you leave with them
Yes,
in the Suburban?
yes.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna go about 15 more minutes to take a break, okay?
Perfect.
Unless y'all need one now. Everybody good now? Go ahead.
All right. After discovering the body, law enforcement gets involved. We've got the 911 tape. You end up giving an interview to Tammy Hall
That Friday night,
that,
yes.
that Friday
The
night.
day that we had them.
And,
Yeah.
and then Chris McAllister asked you to maybe the following Monday to come in to give a more detailed statement.
Mm-hmm.
And that was originally set up for the morning, but prior to that, you went and met with Tony Faris,
Correct.
and when you went in for that interview with Chris McAllister, you had Tony Parise with you,
Yes,
and he participated in that interview with law enforcement.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then later on, you were charged, your mother was charged, along with your dad.
Correct.
Okay. And then, and I'm covering a lot of history here, but
Mhm.
at some point you enter a plea of guilty, correct?
Correct.
And that plea of guilty was, that was to accessory after the fact to capital murder?
Correct.
Okay. And in exchange for that plea, you agreed to provide truthful testimony.
Correct.
Okay. Now, any objection?
No.
We'd ask this be received.
This is S-85, it's gonna be received.
Petition to accept plea. All right. Thank you. 85. All right, looking at S-85, is that your petition for the court to accept your plea of guilty?
Yes, sir.
And that was accessory after the fact, accessory to capital murder.
Yes.
Was that for the fact that you had knowledge that you did not provide to law enforcement as to who killed Kirby Carpenter?
Was the petition for that? I don't understand.
I'll ask it again.
Judge, can we approach this for a second?
All right, you entered a plea of guilty to accessory after the fact
Yes.
to capital murder.
Yes.
And what was the basis for your pleading to that?
For the knowledge that I had after of my conversation with my father.
So you had information. Did you share that information with law enforcement? I know you did ultimately.
I did not at first, no.
You did not share that information. And that information would have answered the question of what?
Who was responsible for Kirby's death?
Okay. Where did you get that information?
From my father.
Based on that information, did you consider that information to be your dad admitting to you to killing Kirby Carpenter?
Yes.
Now, ask this to be received.
Any objection?
No, sir.
It'll be 86, that's 86.
Did we find any good?
No. I don't know, I don't know.
going to hand you Exhibit 86. Do you recognize that as a messages between yourself and your dad?
Yes, yes,
That you do recognize them,
yes.
and you remember that
I've seen them before. Yes,
text
yes,
conversation?
yes.
Okay. Now, in that, do you thank your dad for taking care of Nola and all that? Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Do you recall in that thanking him so that you could have the ability to allow Nola to be all those things on her schedule, and that's just so awesome? You remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember his response?
Would you like me to read it? Yes.
Yes.
No more important use of my life or anyone's.
Okay. So is that around the time that you were was that around the time that your dad gave you this information about being responsible for Kirby's death?
It was in June. Yes.
Okay. And you had began to, based on the investigation and reviewing everything, begin to have your own concerns about that as well.
Yes.
All right. And I want to go back to his response, because there's a part of that that seems to be unusual about the response. Do you mind reading it one more time? And
His?
yes, do you see anything unusual about it?
No.
Read it
again.
again.
No more important use of my life or anyone's.
Do you find anything unusual about his response there?
Object to speculation.
I just want to know if she sees anything. Yes or no? Just yes or no?
Not. No.
Okay, that's all I have. Well, court's indulgence.
Your Honor, you take that breakdown, man.
Yeah, well, let's see if there's any more, questions.
Tend to the witness, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Remember the court instructions, don't investigate the case, don't express a formal opinion, line your express a formal opinion to you. We'll be back with y'all shortly. Before y'all get started, here's Mr. Neal, Mr. Creekmore. Come here before we get started. Examine for the offense.
Good morning, Caitlin.
Morning.
You mind if I call you Caitlin?
That's fine.
Now, from the time of Kirby's death, you were blamed for it, right?
Yes.
By just everybody. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And we talked about you having an attorney, almost from the beginning, right?
Correct.
And you, about a year after that, you went to jail, right?
Yes.
And you had to sit in jail for about a year and a half, right?
Yes.
And then at some point, you got with your lawyer, right?
Yes.
And you wrote him, or you wrote a letter, correct?
Correct.
And after you wrote that letter, you had a meeting with your lawyer and some investigators in this case, right?
Correct.
And your lawyer talked to those investigators and these prosecutors, correct?
Yes.
And then shortly after that, you came to some kind of agreement where you would plead guilty to accessory after the fact, right?
Yes.
And when you pled guilty, you were made to testify, right? Or to say what happened.
Correct.
And that guilty plea was accepted.
Correct.
And then you were released from jail, I think that day or the day after.
Correct.
So everything you've just testified to today, when Mr. Creekmore was asking you questions, everything you said is totally consistent with everything you said at that guilty plea, right?
Correct.
And everything you just said today was no different than what you told the investigators with your lawyer before you pled guilty, right?
Correct.
And I'm not trying to trick you. Just as far as you know, you hadn't said anything different today, right?
No. Correct.
Now you've given a ton of statements about this case, right? About Kirby's death.
Yes.
I mean, and I don't mean just under oath. I mean, from the time from the day you discovered his body and you talked to Tammy Hall like hours later for about an hour and a half, right?
Correct.
And that was the only time that you gave a statement about this case without an attorney, right? I mean, as far as
Other than that Friday, I mean, I talked to law enforcement on Friday when they came to the house, and then Tammy Hall on Friday.
Okay.
But yes, a sit-down meeting, yes.
Now, of all of those statements you've given, we've got to go over all of them again today, right? As if people are hearing this for the first time, right?
Correct.
The investigators also, as you're aware, pulled phones, extracted those phones from your father, from your mother, from Kirby, right?
Correct.
And then I think your lawyer did the extraction on your cell phone, right?
Correct.
And that was provided later to, if you know, to the investigators, right?
I don't know how I wasn't part of that.
But you know they ended up with your text messages and your phone history and all that, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I guess we'll start with the tough question. You did not kill Kirby Carpenter.
No, I did not.
And you're, according to the investigation done on this case, you're at Walmart when he is shot, right?
Correct.
You did not know anyone was going to kill Kirby that night,
No, I did not.
yet you were arrested a year later and charged with his murder, right?
Correct.
So they cut the stream. So it's core TV. Essentially, the problem is, hang on. It's core TV. So Court TV want to play this after the fact. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to pre-record it all and play it at another time. So they've obviously found out that I'm streaming this, which means they've cut it. So so yeah, it's very disappointing, but they must have found out that we're streaming it. So the link is now dead. So I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. There should be no link that works. And that's the only explanation, is that Core TV's cut it. No one's got access to it. I just found the link. So they're just going to play this at another time. That's their whole plan, is to play this at another time, which sucks. Because this is what Core TV is doing now. They're filming a lot of these streams and play them after the fact. So that is crap. I mean, if someone wants to phone the court to see if they can get a link, happy days. But I obviously can't get it, and also Court TV won't allow it. So that does suck. If I find the link again, I'll come back on. But I've got to go and pick up my nieces now anyway. So yeah, if we do get a link, I'll create another stream and go back on. If I can't, then obviously sucks. But at least we got up until now, I suppose. But yeah. What did we say it was? It's Mississippi. The state is Mississippi, and the county is, I don't remember what the county is. But yeah, if you get a link, anyone gets a link, send it to me. It should be open. Oops. It should be open, you're right. But what's happened is the pool camera, Calhoun, thank you, Tinsley, though. The pool camera is the property of Core TV. And because Core TV's got a new model now, they want less live streams, so that when they got dead time, they can play it. So in about a week to 2 weeks, I heard them say earlier on this morning, they will be playing this whole trial. So what's happened is they've seen that I'm streaming it, so they've cut the feed and started another feed, but I don't know where that feed is, obviously. So, and they're in the chat here, so you fuckers. That's such a shit model that you got now, Core TV. So what can we do? Right, I've got to shoot, but if we get a link, I'll restart it. I will do it. So, but for now, there's nothing I can do. If we don't get a link, I obviously can't restart it. So I'll go to the Kelsey Fitzsimmons about 12 o'clock ish. But thank you, Katie. If you get it, let me know, and we can set it up and go live again. So, okay, with that, everyone, sorry about that. We'll try our best to get another link if we're able to, and then if we do, we'll go live. If not, I tried. All I can say is I tried. So I'm no one's more pissed off than I am right now. So okay, I have to go. So I'm gonna end the stream right there, and then yeah. Should I end the stream right there in case we get a link? I'll wait to see if Katie gets an answer from the court. And if she does, because I got 5 minutes. I was literally in the car going to pick them up. Okay, thank you. The only problem is once I leave the house, KD, yeah, Mexi, are you able to jump in the back end? If you are, then I can text you the link if Katie does get it. Are you able to do that, Mexi? If you are, then I can leave this stream going. And see what happens. I am streaming out. So same setup as before. Same setup as before. Mexi. Yeah, that's what it was. It's exactly this. It must have attracted too much attention. If you Google or anything with this trial, I pop up. So essentially, someone snitched and Court TV saw, and they took it down because they're money grabbing bastards, and they don't care about the viewers, and they don't care about actually showing justice and stuff like that. They just want the money. So sucks. Right. I think Mexi is able to. So Mexi, if I leave it to you, the details are all on there, Mexi. And if Katie does get a link, I can text it to you. There you go, Mexi's there. Right, I'm gonna pop off, people. And if we get a link, Mexi's gonna sort it out. I'll leave that on there. And Mexi can sort it. So if Katie gets a link, we'll sort it.